I was using synthetic marijuana for the past 3 years of my life, which led to me having extreme paranoia, intrusive thoughts, and I became convinced that I was talking to an entity through signs, coincidences, and so on. It became unbearable to the point where I didn't want to live. I didn't understand how I'm supposed to get help. As a kid, I was a very happy and a hyper child. I was homeschooled for most of my life and up until college. And I was raised in a very strict household. So I felt like I couldn't be myself fully because I always felt the pressure from my parents' side, wanting the best for me, wanting me to be successful and all these things. And there were certain sexual traumas that would happen to me and that I thought weren't an issue for me. But all this pressure created an environment to where I felt like I couldn't be myself. When I found marijuana, I thought I found something that creates this illusion of freedom, and it was what I was looking for. It created a social circle for me, and I felt accepted. All these things that I had difficulties doing without the drug. And I came to my parents asking for help. I realized that my dad was already talking to a therapist that is located in IsraRehab, and that he was able to work through a lot of his past trauma and difficulties. And he told me a story about a girl who also had psychosis, who was able to go through the program, come out, living a normal life, having a kid. And when I heard that, it just gave me an idea that there's something that can get me out of this depressive, hopeless state. When I first got here, my expectation was that I'd be put on some kind of pills and that mentally I'd feel better instantly. And after 3 months, I'm out. What I realized going through this program so far is that they offer therapy. They offer specific medicine that is integrated for my process and not something that's generalized. And as I'm going through this process, I realize how difficult it is for me to live without drugs, without being able to just escape reality as it is, and realizing that I do have problems more than just my coincidences and intrusive thoughts, that it stems from somewhere. And as I'm slowly feeling better mentally, emotionally I start feeling all of the pain that I used to hide in drug use come out. And I start to realize how important it is to work through all these things with one-on-one sessions with therapists and speaking on groups. And it's been very helpful. And I think if I would have left after 2 weeks or after the contract in 3 months, I wouldn't have the time that I need this to live a fully stable and happy life. 3 months in, and I'm already thinking different about what my life is going to be. I'm learning that there's something to look forward to in life, and I really want to be there. And I understand that it's only possible to just by continuing this process and getting it done. And it makes me happy even now in the moment, realizing that I have something to look forward to.